right. Hey guys, welcome to the Acne Clear Chef. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And today I just wanted to jump on and kind of share a little bit of information with you guys today, particularly about what kind of diet is best for acne clear skin. Now, I've been kind of debating on this because there's a lot of controversy about like what's the right diet for me or what's the right diet for you. Everybody is so individually different, so that's something to really consider because one diet may work for one person, but then the same diet on another person may do nothing for them, or it'll have negative health consequences like they'll start having bad bowel movements, or they're gonna start having maybe jittery energy, or they start feeling depressed, or bad bowel constipation, right? These are super important things to talk about that aren't really like sexy, so to speak, but they're really important to talk about because how you digest food, how you eliminate food, and how you feel after a meal is important in having a relationship with yourself, but also understanding and knowing that certain foods are optimal for your health and well-being and certain foods may not be the greatest for you. So in terms of acne clear diet, there is no perfect diet. So I'm just going to preface that there's no perfect diet for everybody. However, what I noticed, two foods that are very triggering for a lot of people who do have acne, it's dairy products. So like milk, cheese, yogurts, things like that. But some dairy products are actually okay for acne. That I found yogurt's actually really nice for your skin in terms of if you have dry skin, it oils your skin up a little bit, but too much yogurt can oil your skin more than it's supposed to. So if you have too much dairy, it can lead to excess sebum production because it's kind of like a mucousy substance, but in small amounts, it can be actually very beneficial. But a large consumption of dairy can be problematic. I found the biggest problem for myself is whey protein powders. I think that's the number one most dangerous food for acne, especially if you're suffering with back acne and face acne. If you have a lot of that and you drink a lot of protein supplements out of convenience, I'd highly recommend you switching that out for an alternative plant-based option. Number two is gluten and wheat. I find that's an extremely aggravating food. I have not been eating gluten for a very long time. And there are some times where I do incorporate it into my diet just because, I don't know, maybe I'm craving it or I'm just kind of cave into the temptation because it looks good. You're walking in the mall and you see some pastries and, oh my God, I want some of that pastries. You get up yourself a pastry, and the next day I realize that it doesn't happen right away. But within 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours, I began to see a shift in my mood where I'm extremely irritable and just very unfocused and very irritated. And it's because the gluten has a lot of inflammatory substances. It can be inflammatory for your gut lining. It can be an extremely aggravating food for you. And you may not even notice if you struggle with a lot of anger issues or a lot of irritability or an inability to focus. Those are other characteristics that may mean that you have a sensitivity to gluten and that it's not good for you, especially digestive upset. I find, maybe a month or two ago, I had like 2 or 3 slices of pizza because I was so hungry and I didn't want to cook. I was being lazy, and I ate those 3 or 4 slices of pizza. And the next day I'm like, oh, well, this is fine. I can eat this. But around 4 or 5 in the morning, it felt like there were nails and knives in my gut. It felt like somebody was punching my guts from the inside out. And I'm like, whoa, what is going on here, right? Like, where's this pain coming from? So that was definitely a contribution to my upset stomach, was because that's the only variable that changed in terms of my diet. Like, a lot of people think, oh, maybe you had bacteria or a virus or something. No, there's a correlation there, guys. Like, I have removed dairy and gluten out of my diet for years. And when I incorporate it, I'm having these negative health consequences, and it's a result of my actions. So my health results are a consequence of my actions because I know that these foods are not good for me. And I'm not saying that I got acne from them. I find if I eat a lot of dairy, I do get acne, but that the upset stomach And the side effects I was experiencing, the irritability, were just simply my body saying, hey, I don't like this. And it's about respecting your body, respecting yourself in all areas of life. Don't take shit from anyone. It's usually a good starting place. But yeah, if you're eating gluten and dairy and you're having an upset stomach, or you realize that you have excess acne, cut those two foods out 100%. Once you eliminate those two foods for at least a month, you'll start probably seeing results, especially if you're dealing with chronic cystic acne or any kind of chronic pimples or inflammation. Because a lot of the time, the inflammation, I would say 100% of the time, I'm pretty confident with this one, is that it's diet related. So if you do have acne, I am going to assert that 100% of your acne struggles are related to diet. And that is why I created this YouTube channel, to show people how to clear up their skin using real whole foods by avoiding certain foods, right? Primarily dairy and wheat. That's a good starting point. And then seeing how you go through on out moving forward. If you continue to have acne though, there may be some more foods that you're sensitive to. I did some food sensitivity tests back in the day and I had eggs and some other food substances, but I realized that eggs don't really hurt me as much as gluten and dairy. So I do occasionally rotate my proteins in terms of eggs. Sometimes I do have it, but I only have like 2 or 3 eggs tops a day, like maybe once a week or something like that. So it's not a huge contribution to my diet, but it is part of my rotation and I only eat it when I really feel like it. So it's not and it's kind of a convenient food. It's very easy to make, some organic grass-fed butter, just warmed up in the pan, 2 eggs, salt and pepper, give it 2 or 3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes tops, get yourself a nice meal with some gluten-free toast and like a green juice or some veggies, or some turkey sausages as well to get some more protein in. So those are the two foods that I would say are contributing to acne, are gluten and dairy. And then it leaves you with this thing where I said, at the beginning that every diet is different. So that's why my recipes are varying from kind of vegan diet to paleo diet, right? Or something in between. So the best way I believe to eat for myself, and this may not be for you, but for myself, is plant-based mixed with a meat-based diet. So I call it like the yin-yang diet, or as Mark Hyman calls it, the pegan diet, so paleo-vegan diet. So essentially you're getting a lot of non-starchy vegetables in your diet, healthy fats, a healthy amount of carbohydrates, but also a good quality proteins as well. So that's going to ensure that you're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals in your diet. And a lot of my recipes are based off of that. You're getting a lot of nutrient dense foods from the non-starchy vegetables, and you're getting high quality protein and fats from the meat. For example, you can have a salad with some turkey sausage or chicken breast, or some tuna even. If you're in a pinch and you don't want to cook, you can easily make a salad and add some olive oil, right? If you want more carbs, you can add 1 or 2 slices of gluten-free bread, or if you have some leftover rice or potatoes or quinoa, you can throw that either into the salad as well. So very, very easy, very simple, right? Keeping it very easy, very simple, not complicated. So I believe that's the best way to eat when it comes to clearing up your skin. But primarily, the top 2 things you can do is eliminate gluten and dairy out of your diet, which leaves a lot of holes in your diet, especially if you have eggs too. If you have egg sensitivity, those are the most common foods, What do you have for breakfast? Pancakes and eggs and bacon, right? Just like, so now I can only eat bacon for breakfast. So, but it's really about finding foods that you can incorporate into your life through elimination. Like, you have to stop eating those foods, but once you stop eating them, you have to incorporate something else. So you're replacing the foods that are harming your health with foods that are beneficial for you, like highly concentrated green juices that you can buy. I have one right here that I bought from Farm Boy. Cold pressed juice from Farm Boy, green juice, Green Glow, literally Green Glow, cucumbers, Granny Smith apples, pineapple, spinach, chlorophyll, and bacterial cultures. Only 4 or 5 ingredients there, and I even got some probiotics, fantastic, which is great for your gut health. So there's so many things you can do to help benefit your health, but cutting out gluten and wheat are the top 2 things. And like I said, the problem is, I eat majority. What if I have a sandwich for lunch or wraps for lunch, and then for dinner I have pasta? or I have, a lot of pastries and cookies and this and that. A lot of those foods can be contributing to your acne. And I want to say and assert that 100% of the time it is contributing to your acne. And especially if you have a sensitive digestive system and you don't digest foods that well. Some people have stronger digestive systems, so they can handle more of those kind of foods that may irritate them, and they may not even have any skin issues, but down the line, they may have some joint problems, they may have foggy memory, maybe they start to develop dementia or some kind of cognitive disorders. And those can 100% be influenced by diet. I 100% believe that diet is a solution to a lot of our problems. And if we just simply change what we eat by incorporating real whole foods, particularly foods that are good for you, non-starchy greens, a lot of fruits and vegetables, a lot of high quality proteins, high quality fats, limiting the starches, eating as much as your body can tolerate. Starches are great pre and post workout if you want to exercise or in the morning. And it's really important to be in tune with your diet and knowing what you need on a particular daily basis that can optimize your health and well-being, because a healthy body can't be a sick body. A healthy body promotes health and it doesn't promote illness. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you found this resourceful. If you want to see more recipes, feel free to take a look at my YouTube channel. I have plenty of awesome acne clear fighting recipes, recipes that can help you clear up your skin from the inside out using real whole food ingredients. They're all gluten-free and dairy-free. So that's the beautiful part about it. So if you're worrying about, hey, what do I eat? Hey, I got you covered. That's why this YouTube channel exists, to share information about what causes acne and solutions on how to resolve it. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Till next time.